This video is sponsored by Skillshare.
Hello, Arlo the vaguely hipstery artist guy here. Seeds of creativity live deep within me, and they grow in my soul. Creativity is also the water that I put on the seeds. It's a whole thing. Point is, for an artist like me, Skillshare is invaluable.
Skillshare is an online learning community that's been built to suit the needs and schedule of basically anyone looking to improve their craft. Classes take about an hour between a video lesson and a hands-on assignment, and when you join, you can take as many classes as you want at any time. There are literally thousands of classes to choose from in just about any creative category. Illustration, photography, creative writing, music, web development, the list goes on.
Now, two things. One, feeding your creativity is just as important as using it. Two, creativity takes many forms.
That's why I'm currently looking at indoor gardening, grow houseplants, veggies, and herbs with Ecta Chadi. Yes, Skillshare's massive catalog is that diverse, and new classes are being added constantly.
If all this sounds good to you, the first 1,000 people to click the link down in the description will get a free 1-month trial of Skillshare Premium. I highly encourage you to check it out. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go fertilize my creative seeds. And by that, I mean eat a burrito.
Too bright. Hello everybody, I am here with a full discussion of the Nintendo Direct that just graced our lives, that just blessed us so much. I've had a little time to chew on all the stuff, and now I'm gonna go through, as usual, not everything, just kind of like my own highlights and give you my thoughts. We started out with a cinematic trailer for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, which is going to be a large, well, as they put it, a massive expansion, which is coming next summer. And I know a lot of people were wondering if it was going to be like another big standalone thing, or perhaps a an upgraded version, the special version or whatever, or just regular paid DLC. I don't know why, maybe because it was on the Switch exclusive, something told me just paid DLC, and that's what it is, and that's very cool. I mean, I love that game, and I'm very excited to see what the new content is. I feel like I wanted just a little bit more. I mean, like, it's probably just gonna be, I mean, it's Monster Hunter. It's just more monsters and stuff, but I don't know. I guess I just wanted a little more concrete stuff, because this was really just a CG dragon flying around. Still very cool to know that it's coming, though. I'm definitely gonna try that out. Next, we had Mario Party. I don't know why I wrote down Mario. I don't really have anything to say about Mario Party. That's that one that most people have an opinion on Mario Party, and they have played a bunch of Mario Parties, and I have not. But I will say it does look cool. I don't know. It's really pretty. Looks like a cool Mario Party. There were a lot of really exciting things in the Direct, obviously, but one very quiet little thing was voice of cards. I don't know. Something about this just really fascinates me. It's like, you know, you've got like pictures of the characters and stuff, but it's like most of it really does take place just in cards. Even like the towns in the dungeons and stuff, it's really just, I don't know, it really uses your imagination, and I think with the right kind of mechanics, that could be a really good one. I have got my eye out on that one. Looks very high quality. Disco Elysium, I cannot remember off the top of my head if it had already been confirmed for Switch. I feel like it had, either that or it had been leaked or something, like we knew it was coming. But yeah, I still don't know that much about the game, but it's one of those games that you hear so much about and people speak so highly of it, you're like, okay, well, I gotta play it. You know, it's one of those games that's just super duper incredibly good. So I am looking forward to that. I don't know if I'll pick up the Switch version. It depends on if there are any big sacrifices, but it looks like a fairly simplistic game, graphics wise, so maybe it won't be, you know, too much of a sacrifice. So then they showed off the second wave of Hyrule Warriors DLC. This is kind of like the Monster Hunter Rise one. I mean, this one more substantial, but still didn't really show a lot. It was really just a lot of vague imagery of the characters and fighting and stuff. I mean, maybe they didn't want to reveal too much. Robbie and Pyrrha being characters is like, okay, yeah, that's basically what we expected. You didn't really get a lot from the trailer itself. We mostly got info from the little infographic thing, and even that is still just kind of like, oh, some story missions, you know, some little stuff here and there. Robbie and Pyrrha, it does say plus one other character, so there's at least one other surprise character. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know, like, even the first wave felt like it had more like, oh yeah, like Guardian character, and I don't know, I guess Robbie and Pyrrha is supposed to be like the thing. Maybe I was hoping for like another or just a more substantial story thing that even got its own trailer, and I don't know, something unexpected. Oh well, it's probably gonna be cool though. I'm looking forward to that. I've still not tried the first wave of DLC, and I need to just get back in the game. I mean, I 100%ed the game. I played it a lot, so maybe I'm just I feel a little tired, and I need to, next time I want to get back into it, I can finally dig into all this stuff. Considering Smash has had like standalone character reveals in the past, I guess we should have expected. I mean, I guess that was mostly during 2020. There weren't regular directs, so. Maybe we thought they were all coming back to regular presentations or whatever, but I guess we should have expected that it would get, you know, its own presentation. Sakurai would want to deliver it to us himself, although that does lend even more weight to it. That builds it up even more. It's gotta be something big if he's doing this whole thing, this whole build-up. It's the thing we've been talking about. So that's coming October 5th, which is great. Means we do not have to wait too long for it. Very happy about that. For a second, I thought it was going to be during my vacation, but I realized that I was wrong, and I will be back by then, which is nice. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Sora. I'm telling you, Sora. Sora. Oh, gosh. So Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I can't go too far into this. I'm definitely giving it its own video. This is the one that got leaked for me, and I'm sad about it. I'm pretty sad. That would have been a real... I mean, okay, it still was a nice surprise. A lot of people didn't even know because just like a few hours before, I didn't even read the story completely. I just saw like the headlines. I think like they posted the website too early again. Apparently that's a Kirby thing. Is that just a Kirby thing? Is what happened to Kirby Fighters and then happened to like the big new amazing Kirby? They just accidentally posted the website too soon. And of course all the media outlets were all over it and not hiding the spoilers. So, I mean, all I saw was a screenshot of Kirby with like an overgrown skyscraper behind him. And I'm like, okay, that image, like that right there, that sort of says some stuff. I'm like, it's not going to be like a cool post-apocalypse world though, right? And it's not going to be a 3D game. So I was pleasantly surprised to see it absolutely is. Oh my gosh. It's not only 3D Kirby, which is like, wow, finally, and just another 3D Nintendo game. Thank you. But like, it's a weird post-apocalypse city. I'm blown away. I'm blown away. Absolutely blown away. I am really excited for that game. I've never been excited at all for a Kirby game. You know, I was like mildly excited to play Star Allies just because I hadn't played a Kirby in so long. But this is like, no, that looks good. That looks incredibly good. Yeah, like I said, though, I'll go into the whole thing later. It just looks, it's so cool. It's so cool. Even though it got spoiled, kinda, whatever, I still got the fun of seeing it and seeing that it was a 3D game and seeing just how, oh gosh, it looks cool. Anyway, going around in circles. What's next? Animal Crossing. They announced that Brewster's coming, and they're actually going to do a direct in October dedicated to Animal Crossing, which is fun because that suggests a lot more. Because, I mean, if they were just like, hey, look, there's a new update, it has Brewster, they could have done that, no problem. But, like, dedicating an actual direct to it, because even in the past, they've given us some fairly big updates in just, like, Twitter videos. Like, decently big stuff. I mean, you know, nothing has been massive, but they'd still do, like, oh, new features, new holiday. So the fact that they're dedicating a direct to it, like, that's... I hope... It doesn't sound like it's just Brewster, you know? It sounds like it's going to be fairly meaty. I mean, you know, can't get my hopes up or anything, but that's cool. And it's funny because at this point in the direct, it's like, okay, well, they're really hyping us up for stuff that happens later. Later in October, you know? So now, at this point, we got the Smash reveal is later. It's not in this direct. And then we got the Animal Crossing. On the one hand, I do like having, I mean, you know, it's that silly thing where, like, the better a direct can be, oh, amazing, just cram as much as you can into it so we can say that was the best direct ever. But on the other hand, though, like, telling us in the direct to expect more later, that's fun. That's really fun. That's like, you know, you get your meal and it's great, and it's like, guess what? You got dessert coming soon. You know, like, I didn't expect dessert. I didn't know dessert was included. So that's good. It keeps the hype rolling, you know? I can definitely get behind that. It's kind of it's sort of like a taste of what we had last year, where the announcements were just so random that at one point it was just kind of like, cool. They just kind of They just kind of pop up whenever, you know? Keeps that excitement, that expectation high. But it's more planned. We can look forward to these, and they're not random. I like it, is what I'm saying. It's fun. Mario Golf Super Rush, they kind of outlined the next update. I don't know how many updates they plan on doing, but it's not impressive. I don't know. They didn't even really like... I was kind of waiting for like the New Donk City thing, where it's like, here's a new course that's like, whoa, like this is cool. Or like a character that's like, whoa, the characters are Koopa Troopa and a Ninja. Ninja's cool, I like Ninja. Ninja is not represented nearly enough in Mario, if you ask me. But still, it's just, I don't know, even those are just baddies. And it was just kind of like, okay, like, if there aren't gonna be a lot, then that's definitely disappointing. But even if there are gonna be a lot of updates, it's kind of like, what do you expect to gain from these tiny ones? Like, who's booting up the game and being like, oh, cool, I can play as Koopa now? The whole point of spreading out your updates is to keep people talking about your game and keep people returning to it. But that doesn't really, I don't know, doesn't do anything for me, but who knows, whatever, and maybe there's more stuff in the update that I didn't notice or something. I don't know, whatever. Knights of the Old Republic is coming, and I just wanted to, I said this in the commentary, but I just wanted to snark again how like, hey, look, Nintendo, look at this. They're remaking KOTOR. They're doing a big remake of KOTOR, but they're also giving us the old KOTOR, because you can do both. You can do both. One doesn't have to replace the other. I'm just saying. So triangle strategy. Apparently it's called my theory was that they called it Project Triangle Strategy because they wanted to make sure that they couldn't go with the project name by picking something really, really bad. You know, they had to make it really bad. Okay, we'll be forced to change it later. We won't become comfortable with it. Whether or not that was the case, they're going with Triangle Strategy. I hate it. It's awful. It's a horrible bad name to look at on a case, on a Switch case on the shelf at a store. It's not, that's a project name. That's like a secret project name. Oh, we're doing something with a strategy and a triangle thing. That's not a final name. That's terrible. Other than that, though, the game looks super cool. Super cool. I still haven't played Octopath because I have so many games on my list, and at best it goes like half off, and that's like still $30, so I haven't played it. Love the demo. Looks super good. This game is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the art style. I love the pixels plus the 3D. Looks really good. I love strategy games. I don't play a lot of them, but when I play them, I really like them. And so I'm looking forward to that one. I don't know if I'll be able to do a full review or anything. March, not too bad. That's coming. Then they did another trailer for Metroid Dread. I kind of expected one. It's probably like the launch trailer. You know, only saw bits and pieces out of the corner of my eye. I was looking away, but the bits that I saw were every trailer is just more and more mind-blowing. There's just more going on in more places that it's showing, and I did see one thing that I didn't want to see, and I'm mad. But that just means that there's that much awesome stuff in the game. I cannot wait. Golly gosh, I cannot wait. So big one, the rumors were true. N64 is coming to NSO, and it's funny because Game Boy was the rumored one originally, and then when the N64 one came up, it only seemed likely because of the whole controller thing, where Nintendo had filed a patent for some sort of wireless controller with the Switch, and everyone thought, okay, that probably means a controller. Like a controller in the same way they released their, you know, their NES, or their Super NES, whichever, did they do both? Whatever, those controllers. In 64, but like originally it was supposed to be Game Boy, and I thought that was way more likely because it was more disappointing, and I'm a pessimist. I expected Game Boy and just be like, okay, I mean, it's cool, but no, we're getting N64, and that's great. And the controller, it's funny because like the other controller, I really don't care to have a wireless version of an old controller with a game that I'm playing with a D-pad and 2 buttons. I don't see the point personally. I guess I just don't like the I don't have like the nostalgia for it or whatever. In 64 though, the C buttons and stuff, like I'm considering that. They're expensive, but I'm considering it. Because we've had Ocarina of Time, you know, on the Virtual Console and all that. But that Ocarina is hard to play on a regular controller, GameCube controller or anything. So actually having the N64 controller, That's pretty neato. I'm gonna have to think about that. Yeah, I mean, we're getting N64, and they even outlined like a bunch of the ones that we're getting down the line, which is cool, instead of just like twiddling our thumbs and hoping that they come. Lots of great stuff. Paper Mario. People are finally gonna be able to play the original Paper Mario on Switch. Awesome. Banjo-Kazooie. Super duper awesome. I'm torn because I'm very excited. I have lots to talk about. I've really been wanting to play Banjo-Kazooie again. I haven't in years and years and years, but I want to play the HD one on the 360 or on the Xbox ecosystem. But now it's gonna be on Switch, so I'll have to make that decision. Super cool though. All the greats, the Zeldas, the Mario, all the great N64, and then Sega Genesis, just like, okay, random, but okay, we'll take it, right? That's really awesome. There's so many Sega offerings on the eShop. I don't know why they would do this. I don't know why they would get in on this, but they did, and that's great for us. We don't know how much it's going to cost. This is kind of what I anticipated. I mean, a lot of people have been saying it, but it's definitely the way I've been leaning, is Nintendo doing a more expensive pricing, tier to include those other games. And we don't know if they're going to do more tiers beyond that, if they add anything else to the service. We don't know how much more it's going to be. Probably not too much. It's already pretty darn cheap. Extra $5 a year or something, maybe 10 at the most. I don't know. But it's cool. It's great. I'm really looking forward to playing N64 games. If anything, just for like capturing game footage, like anytime we're like talking about, talking about anything, just pop the fact that it's on the Switch. Like right now, like Super Metroid, talking all these like Metroid videos. We need B-roll of Super Metroid. Just pop it on, play it for a while. Awesome. Castlevania Advance Collection looks really cool. I've never played a Castlevania, and this looks like it might be a really good opportunity to jump in. It's a whole bunch of games in one, and I heard that era was very, very, very good. Mario Cast. That's another thing I can't go into here. I think even by the time this video goes out, my full discussion will be out on that. I love that so much. Me and Kane have been talking about it, and just feeling so buzzed. Just feeling so it's like everything's okay today. It's like today, Santa Claus brought us Christmas early. Everything's gonna be all right. It just feels so good. It's incredible. It was just so funny. Oh, it was so funny. I loved it. I'm really looking forward to this movie now. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know what it's gonna be like, but I am going to see it. Splatoon 3, I'm sure like for a Splatoon fan, there's a ton to unpack there. Every frame, there's something weird and something new. I did play Splatoon 1 and 2, and I enjoyed them, but I'm not a hardcore fan, so I just kind of I haven't even dug into the trailer and watched it a bunch of times. Watched it a few times. I don't even need to. It looks awesome. It's as simple as that. The visuals are incredible. I love the city. I love just random little tidbits from parts of the campaign. I love the implications, the return of mammals, just to the story. It's a very cool development in the story. I don't know. It just looks great. I really don't have anything else to say. It's just everything. It's Splatoon. These are some really, really high quality games. They're super good. They look super good. They play super good. They're really creative. The team making them are incredible. And it looks super good. Considering they showed us so much in the trailer, it wasn't a long, in-depth trailer, but it really did show a lot. That was a big reveal trailer. And I'm surprised they didn't give us a more solid release window. That would have been, it's a little scary. I mean, it probably will still come out in 2022, but I don't know. Just the state of that trailer, the way that it felt weird not having a window. Not even a vague, spring, summer, whatever window. So hopefully it comes out in 2022. I mean, hopefully, probably. And then we closed on Bayonetta 3, which is great. It finally happened. I mean, it was bound to happen someday, and some of the stuff that Hideki Kamiya was saying, it kind of sort of gave the impression that it might be coming up. We couldn't be sure, but this seemed like as good a time as any, and it finally happened. They even closed out the show with it, and that's cool. And I was saying in my, I was even saying in my reaction video that it's a small series, So if they're gonna close out the show with it, they better do it big. And they did. It was a big cinematic, but it didn't stop there. Went way into the gameplay, like just big ol' huge reveal. Really cool. The fake out was really funny. The dog from Astral Chain made us think it was gonna be, at least that's what I think that's what I was supposed to think, unless the dog is elsewhere too, but you're supposed to think it was an Astral Chain sequel. Which would have been cool, but definitely weird. A weird way to close the show. But then it was Bayonetta, and it was cool. I'm not into those games, but I am extremely happy for the people who have been waiting for, oh my gosh, 4 years now. Almost 4 years of knowing it existed without knowing a thing about it. Not even a glimpse, not a shred of anything. And that's great. You finally got it. Congratulations. Congratulations to the Bayonetta fans. Congratulations to the Kirby fans. Congratulations to the Metroid fans. Congratulations to the Seth Rogen fans. It was a good direct. There's something for everybody, you know? Like, you had your big crazy reveal with a big weird crazy new Kirby. You had your teases for later things with Smash and Animal Crossing. You had, you know, your updated trailers on previously announced games. You had your big finisher. It was a good direct. You had your Mario as Chris Pratt. You had it was good. It was highly entertaining. And I liked it. I liked it a lot. But let me know what you thought down in the comments. Go and tell me all that stuff. You know the drill. I am gonna go eat ribs. See you later. Oh, no, wait, before we go, the last thing I'm going to put here is I was so excited and I needed to talk to somebody about the Mario casting thing, so here's a phone call with my friend Brian.
Hello.
Did you see it, Brian?
I did see it.
Did you see it? It's Chris Pratt!
I thought of you immediately, and I'm like, I was going to think it was hilarious.
This is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life!
I was like, that is absurd. Chris Pratt as Mario.
Jack Black's Bowser!
Like, were they just picking names out of a hat?
I don't know.
What were they doing?
I don't know. It's so good. It's so good. I'm so happy.
Insane. I was watching. I'm like, Chris Pratt. Okay, that's nuts. And then I didn't recognize Peach, but then. Who was Luigi? Oh,
Charlie Day.
Seth Rogen?
Charlie Day. It's Luigi.
Who was Seth Rogen? I don't remember.
He's DK.
The surprise Donkey Kong. That was insane.
Fred Armisen is Cranky Kong.
That's the most absurd casting I've seen in my life.
Oh, it's so good. I love it. Oh, I'm so happy.